Good day and welcome back to my stream. I'm singing for some reason. I want to play more Slay the Princess, cause it's really fun, and I've had a couple of more runs through, and some interesting stuff happens every time. So that's fun. And here's the warning: there's gonna be flashing lights. There's gonna be violins. I don't know what's wrong with violins on TV. They're wonderful instruments. Shout out if you know that old reference. Yeah, here's the warnings. I got a warning up. We good. Let's roll. Let's roll. It is a love story, though. It's sort of a wonderful love story. Like, I have yet to get the princess successfully out of. I have never gotten her out of. I've never gotten her out of the what's its cabin. I also never actually chose that option. Before you go any further. I think he does. Oh, I don't have the audio going. Oops. Do I? Why isn't it? Hello? That's disconcerting. Hold on. Streaming is great, guys. Streaming is great and wonderful. I just captured the whole. Game. The audio. Does the game capture have its own audio? No, it does not. Uh. Wonderful. There we go.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I haven't encountered this
Don't
before.
let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I haven't run into this before.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
I can still kill her.
Good luck,
Don't
hero.
worry.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
This is interesting. What if I just do it?
You step forward. your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate... I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other? Then I'm not talking to you.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct.
Yep.
A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before...
I'm gonna try to finish the
With
job.
the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Hell yeah.
The two of you collapse on the floor together,
Ooh, this
rapidly
is
bleeding out.
fangs.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
God, no.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Everything goes dark. And you die. Razor. I haven't run into the razor before.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
See to the cabin.
warn. She will lie.
I know. We've heard this, we heard this. I promise, they're just saying the same stuff. Although,
The
now
interior of the cabin
Oh!
is a jagged mess of warped wood and
Oh,
broken boards.
no!
Their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh no. I'm not gonna...
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Do I wanna...
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's death. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful
Ha!
enough in here without all of this extra noise.
Relatable.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Whatever you say, Breakin' and Hope.
The door to the basement
Oh,
creaks
God.
open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head.
My God, this is great.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Of all the disconnections.
As you descend the final
Oh,
step,
this is
the
not-
form of the princess
this is
comes
great.
into view,
I hate
her
this.
sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
She's
Come
100%
on
not
now,
chained,
we're not
right?
falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Mouse, please. I don't have a key. We killed each other last time. Screw it. I don't know.
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Oh, she 100% is.
She certainly feels threatening.
Feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
Wow, lots of disconnects today. Don't know how to fix that.
But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Of course I won't.
I might have just got us killed.
Against your better
Oh, God.
judgment, you walk
Something
across
really
the room to
off-putting
within
about
arm's
this.
reach of the princess. I don't like the way you said within arm's reach. You hear the horrible sound
Yeah,
of metal
okay.
slicing through meat.
Yeah.
Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first.
What?
Then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Again? Really?
Hehe.
You collapse to the ground, your vision
Oh my
spinning as
God!
you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
You're going to die now.
Everything was black.
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The arms race.
You're on a path
Ooh.
in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is
Oh!
a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Ooh.
What's the point of fighting if she's just
Ooh.
going to win every time?
Multiples?
It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
And what if we never do?
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, but there isn't a door. There isn't a mirror.
You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Or you can't see reality.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful up.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Oh.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Oh Lord. Oh good God.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
The now of wolf thought.
Your internal
Oh,
bickering is
Jesus!
cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves.
I love the
The
princess.
chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Oh, we don't win this one, I don't think. We're fighting her. Obviously, we're going to appeal to her authority. We're flirt. Swords for arms. We're panicking. We're going to fight her. We're going to have stuff that she can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel that she wins by killing us, right? So let's. But all of these ideas suck. Think of something else.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
I turned that off ages ago.
No surprise.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive. Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing will be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You dodge the princess's blows for as long as you can, sustaining only nicks and cuts as you attempt to avoid her blades.
I love the
But
princess.
it isn't long before you're winded, your feet a little slower, your gait a little clumsier. That's all the opening she needs. She skewers you.
Crap.
Gotcha.
And? Does it hurt? No. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
What is this?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I don't know about that logic.
As long as we keep moving.
I agree with the
Why
hunted.
not?
It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we? Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Literally me.
Come on, show me something new.
Mouse, please. Doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. Bit
Contrarian.
tougher than I thought. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Just panic. Flee.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to
She skewers you.
Yeah, okay.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh, interesting.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if? Throw it out the window.
Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful...
There's a noise pattern back here that I can recognize.
Sure, I can think
Because
of
I do a
better
lot
way
of
to
art.
die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Gonna get a W. Get a big dubs.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Okay. That's a way to think about it.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Arc. And Apex. And Apex has appeared. Diddly 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 diddly.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win.
We're on chapter 4, Mutually Assured Destruction. We just had a sequence where the princess turned into Edward Scissorhands and killed us over and 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 over. So now we've got like a million altars.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Yup.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
No.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her
needles!
splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Yeah, she kind of does.
Holy shit!
She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
This game fucking rocks.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Behold. Man.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
That looked painful.
Coming from you, that's something.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Interesting.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Oh.
Something feels different about you. It
Oh.
almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves of its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but her blow finishes its arc. You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
The weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between. The endless building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe, water and steel. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. There we go. Wow, that was a long path. That was a wild path. You do not see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time to see what's in it. The remains. You've unraveled. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Oh, it looks like the woods. Look, this is one. These are the trees. Ah, this mouse. This is one of the trees. This is the woods, but done in hatching and parallax. That's clever. That's good. That's some good shit. That's some good shit. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Have a narrator? How many have the other vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
You have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Oh!
And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
This is the last stage before your completion, and I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Oh wait, doesn't this close my game? There is no waiting forever.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Ah! Oh, that startled me. Bring the razor bull to her. Oh, interesting.
You're on a path in the woods. That's the spirit.
I wonder if
You
that
make your
reply
way up
makes
the short
anything, makes any difference.
The interior of the cab, the blade. You take the blade.
I wonder if I shouldn't have done that.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Now, when I did this last time, you weren't here, Zero, but this was different.
Who's there?
Ooh, this isn't good.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
This isn't good.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. Don't you dare. It's
I
fine.
might do it.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I feel like this is gonna be...
The blade tumbles out of your trembling...
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Why I'm here to kill you? How long have you been down here? What's the name? How did I get out of here?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Note the lack of detail.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specific...
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
Oh, good.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay. I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she, if he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's... You know I can hear you, right? That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
New voice.
That's the
different
spirit.
Voice.
There's no...
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She lied.
I know.
The point of my
I
warning
missed the
wasn't to start.
stubborns.
The princess will do and say...
Cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat. Like...
Crystal. Let's just get... The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
Let's see what this gets us up to.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase. Its walls, her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
I do wonder what fills the time between adventures.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle hanging from her wrist to the basement wall.
Ma'am, miss, excuse me, ma'am. Hello, miss? Hi, hello, miss. Hi, yes, hello.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Oh boy! Not fighting a big giant. Can you turn around and say anything? So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
All right, fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember. Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
John Sims and parallel universes are a theme. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Good job. Don't worry, I'm doing a pretty job. You got me. Pretty much everything you said is true.
I know. You and the princess have been talking about it. You don't have to be so snarky.
I think I'm not Harry Weaver. How we're alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
I like her gumption. I do like her gumption.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Nice.
She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
You can hear her chains snap
as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Fantastic, wonderful.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Because we barely put up a fight, bro.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
I kinda like this
so don't
one.
be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Bait an opening and try to outmaneuver her. I'm gonna try to outmaneuver her.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
I don't think I can
She's
do
throwing
that.
us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts?
Yes?
All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Oh boy.
How disappointing.
She squeezes,
Oh.
the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark.
And you
And you
die. Chapter 3, The Eye of the Needle.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Well,
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
oh, we've got the hunted again. We had the hunted show up before in the knife room.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
You would!
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
He wants her out
Are
of
you
the cabin.
suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away,
Oh, this room
that's it.
fucking rules.
Game over for everyone, yourself included.
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning?
Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
If I don't agree, no matter what happens next, it seems that all our answers in the cabin might as well see it through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin.
Odd.
I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
See to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified
buried?
tunnel than a building. Its stone walls
The
squeeze against your
buried?
sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward.
The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine
What do you reckon
blade
happens if I don't take the
perched on its
knife?
head. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this. See, we have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. The only space is out there.
I think that's an awful
Take
idea.
it. You take the blade from the altar. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. A mirror? But there is no mirror. There's the iron altar and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. But there isn't a door. There is. Circles, circles, all of it circles. There's something for us at the end of the room, but what and the why don't matter until we know them. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you?
Yes.
The door's right there. It's right in front of you. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way
my
to the
sweet
bottom,
Jesus.
but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If her voice,
I hate this.
bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the
I no
chamber
longer
below.
enjoy this.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her, rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
That might be worth it.
But that wouldn't be fun. I don't want to be a monster chasing you down. I want to face you head on. I want an equal. It's so much better that way.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is remember every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The
Ma'am?
princess, imposing and
Ma'am?
tightly muscled, grins
Miss?
back at you
Ma'am?
from the
Hello?
darkness.
Miss?
Her face widens into a broad grin.
Thank God.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this.
I don't either.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
I kind of wonder if I can get her to break the chains. Try to talk. We always try to fight. That's on here. If you want to, no. If you want a really good fight, best see at my best. What do you want to be free? Why do you insist on fighting me down here? Dark. No, I just want to go for it. Let's get it.
Impatient. This is her home. Not you charge headlong into the princess, blade flashing in the dim light of the basement.
Yes, 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 yes! Finally, you get it!
For a moment, the scales feel balanced, each of you inflicting debilitating wounds on the other, striking in a dizzying synchronicity. But it isn't long before they tip in her favor. The cuts and bruises you've inflicted seem little more than superficial, barely so much as slowing her down as she continues her onslaught. You, in contrast, are finding it harder to stand as your body gradually becomes less responsive, less powerful, less stable. You can tell she's trying to make it last, but all it would take is one meaningful strike. The coup de grace.
This was good, but you could have been so much better. I'm beyond you now.
Here it comes. I'll see you all on the other side.
Wait, what? Wait, what? The other side doesn't come, nor will it ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse. Death. Real death. Screw that. This can't be the...
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Bounce as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. See what's in it. Or nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in the shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you
I think you know what I am.
Oh! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the imaging glass into... Another crack forms in another and another and another, turning the mirror into broken shards of glass. To the narrator, I'm wondering if I'd ever see you. Just another crack forms and, What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you, after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Sorry, I don't want to... Or will it help if I look away or stop asking?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
You part of me or something else?
I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help, after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Don't worry about it, John. Does it hurt when pieces break like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Every time I ask you something, others like you did something like that before. Has every narrator been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
So you do know about the looping. So many of the ones I met denied it. Why did you
Perhaps
lie?
they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant, For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Will there be on the wall then? What is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh. Run out of questions.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right, you are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Bring the eye of the needle to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel you free to bear witness. 2. There's nothing for you to find. Oh, this is... Is this all? No. Oh! Oh! Oh my. Oh, she's incredible.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
You know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't know what that really means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from 1 into 2, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So many stories left unfinished. Can we really leave? Don't you have a say on this? Why is it falling to me? Let's talk this through. I have many questions. I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. You were always going to become this. What's the point of me doing anything? There is just another way. This can't come down to destroying or letting us out. Slay the princess. It's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. This is incredible. I don't know how to... Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is it falling
Of course
on
I
me?
have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk
My
about...
very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Uh-oh.
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back.
What do you mean?
You fight, but you fight as a shadow. I crush you because I have to. Because there is no honesty in mercy. Who lost and who won when you entered my cave? You died on the floor. My soul wept in ways your body couldn't. But in the disappointment of my victory, you gave me a new challenge to face within myself. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing.
Appeal to shared humanity, reject your authority, argue independence, reject your passive, perspective, remain silent. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flood of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. This torrent of blades cuts you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
Yeah, this is very cool.
On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
There's this vessel statement. If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt good to finally win. Jeez. So, what can I just Reject your, it doesn't matter how I feel death and suffering and what it falls to others. You to transcend death and be responsible for that. Those it holds captive.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion. A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
There are no endings. Yes.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies in contrast. Abandoning one's search is not the same as losing the capacity to discover. I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible.
Oh!
I kill you. You kill me. Back and forth we go. Faster and faster and faster. I kill you. You kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be, preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I can, you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
I am so torn in this. I killed you without a second thought, and you returned to set us both ablaze. I remained what you burned away.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
Oh.
Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
I kind of want to let death win. In all honesty, do we have... I mean, what... When you reduce nothing, you cannot rid yourself of me, but I was able to rid myself of you. Speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that is what this has been about. I get it, there's no need. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Oh, God. Even when you reduced to nothing, you could not rid yourself of me, but I was able to rid myself of you. I am not my body, but I feel my body suffer. I am not my body, perhaps others, but I don't feel it. But what am I if I'm not a body? I am not my body, but perhaps others are theirs.
And yet bodies change, and consciousness goes on. The infant's body is not the child's, is not the adult's, but the thread of existence remains strung through it all. That cold fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen?
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in things when you believe you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if you're okay, I'm ready to go? How do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but why? How do we leave? I can't let this happen. I can't let everything die. To fight for a better world, I'm sorry. You're cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but it has to be something besides killing you or letting you free. You've done everything you can make me understand my perspective, but dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. What happens when we
This
leave
universe
here?
dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I gotta tell you though, immortality, pretty tempting. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when... I also can't damn everything to die. Like, I believe that we need the death to make what of life we make it. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave?
Nothing
Through
brings me greater
conflict,
joy
we
than
carve
to hear
meaning,
those words.
achievements.
The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself. Fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite size and the infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Whoa! Whoa! You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe the absolute reality that something simply is. Nah, man. We step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you've always been and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only beginnings. Yo! What a good game! What a freaking good game! Yo! Black Tabby Games killing it! Serenity Forge killing it! Yo! Everybody here killing it! Yo! Game freaking ruled! Thanks to a whole bunch of people. And here's all the translation people. Wow, they put this into a bunch of languages. A whole bunch of languages. I mean, hooray, they should. It's honestly, it's good to, like, you know, appeal to as many people as possible when you're trying to spread a narrative. Although I do wonder how a lot of the translation stuff worked. Oh, wow. Oh, look at all the... Yeah. Oh, this freaking ruled. Oh my god, they used Ren'Py to make this? Oh, damn. I vaguely know Ren'Py. Ooh, Patreon. A cat eating a cheeseburger is on there. This is fantastic. I wonder if I know anybody on this Patreon. Jessica Webb seems familiar. Little Creatures Wednesday, Snake, Spoons, Cat, Nubs, Small Monster. Finally, special thanks. Finish the game, good ending doesn't count. Princess, our song. Thanks so much for playing in a special gratitude. There's a track order for the special playlist just for you. So take a screenshot, hide the UI by hitting H. Huh. Oh, I get it. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. Now you finished the full story for the first time. You've also unlocked the gallery. Access from the main in-game menus under the Memories tab. Help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Oh god, I just want to return to main menu. Holy crap. Let me see some of these freaking beginnings and endings. The space between end of everything. Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many. The gray, feelings buried between knives and hearts. The eye of the needle for those who dwell in caves. Fury. This is... Oh! They even have little descriptions. Kill your worst dreams or be killed by the ghost of your past. This is phenomenal. Oh, this is friggin' great. And here's all my endings. Oh my god, there's only... Oh my god, there's so many. This is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. Buy this game. Buy this game right now. Oh, this was great. Oh, this freaking ruled. Oh, wow. Oh, thanks for coming in to watch this. What a good freaking game. That ruled. Like, that's not many. That's only 4 endings. There was a bunch of endings there. That's gonna be... Oh, honey baby, we revisiting this shit. Alright, thanks for coming in. Have a great day. Bye.